Hello, this has got a low battery, that's no good. Warhammer 40k Necrons. But why play Necrons? Well, today I'm going to give you my top 10 reasons to play this awesome army. It's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. And if you're new to the channel and you want to keep up to date with all things Necrons, then please subscribe and hit the bell button to turn on all notifications so you don't miss an upload. Okay, so I made a list of my top 10 reasons to play Necrons. That's what I'm going to share with you today. However, before I made the list, I posted about this in my Facebook group and asked others what their reasons for playing Necrons were. The results were quite interesting. I'm going to put some of those comments up along the bottom of this video as the video goes along. Now, if you want to join in with things like this to be featured in my videos, then why not head on over to the Facebook group. That's the Idic Beer Wargamers Unification Facebook group. Just search us on Facebook and ask to join. Yeet! Okay, so let's get on with my top 10 list. Now, this list isn't in any particular order, but I really hope you enjoy it. I also would love to hear from you if you've got any other reasons why you play Necrons. Let everyone know in the comments box below. Right, here is my list. Okay, so reason number one, Necrons are easy to paint. A simple dry brush, maybe a wash, and then some highlights, and then just put in your spot colours, maybe green or red, depending on the dynasties that you're going to paint them as. Really simple. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't put a lot more effort in and make them look super cool and paint them to a really high standard, but it does mean you've got the option to paint them very easily and simply as well, and that has three advantages. One, you may be just painting for the very first time, in which case Necrons are a great choice because they're nice and simple and easy to do. However, you can put the extra effort in on some of the items, let's say the orbs, where you can learn special effects or glazing or any of the more advanced techniques if you want to, or as you go along making your army. The other advantage, number two, is you can get them battle ready very quickly. As I said, just a simple dry brush, the army can come along very quickly, and that's a great advantage when you're getting your army ready to play a game. Then number three, if you're just not into painting, painting isn't your thing, then again you could go even simpler, maybe just spray them silver colour, give them a wash, a spot colour here and there, and you're pretty much done. So Necrons for painting, I think, is a great choice. Okay, so reason number two, Necron rules are easy to learn. Now, of course, yes, we do have to learn the rules. However, compared to other armies, maybe Space Marines or Tyranids or Eldar, our rules are a lot simpler. And the reason for that is we don't have so many war gear or weapon options. Now, of course, we do have options amongst our units, different weapon choices like Tesla or Gauss. We just don't have quite as many, and also generally we don't have like an individual model within a unit that can have different pieces of war gear or different weapons. So it's a lot simpler to learn the rules, and that means you'll be more competent on the table because your rules are easier to learn. And of course that has a great advantage if you're new to this game. Okay, so reason number three, Necrons are as science fiction as you can get within the Warhammer 40k universe. Now, personally, I love science fiction, and that's why I love 40k, so Necrons really appeal to me. That Terminator-esque style of army. Let's face it, we all know that Necrons are based around the Terminator, even having a rule called Will Be Back. Of course, that's been changed now to Reanimation Protocol, but primarily these guys are based around Terminator, undying robots, and that is very cool, and in my opinion, just awesome to play as an army. Now, of course, there is a lot of other science fiction in Warhammer 40k. However, Space Skeletons, it just doesn't get much better than that. And that's another thumbs up for playing Necrons. Okay, so reason number 4. Necron rules are fun and unique. So we've got Reanimation Protocol, one of the biggest Necron rules where our models can keep coming back. Not just once, not just when they die, but each turn. Of course, as long as the unit isn't wiped out. So fun rules and unique rules really makes Necrons very interesting on the table. Yeet! Okay, so reason number 5. Necrons have a very cool model range. Not only that, but it's held up very well over time. Now, of course, not everyone likes some of those older models, but considering some of them are 20 years old now, those models have actually survived very well and they still look pretty modern in my opinion. Aesthetically, they're very different from any other model range in the 40k universe, and they're very unique, and that is what I love about them. And of course the fact that they are basically undying robots. Well, how cool is that? Now, of course, the aesthetics of the army is very important. You're going to have to like the models that you're going to invest all of the money and time building, painting and playing this army. Now, of course, if you don't like the models, there's no real point in going for a Necron army. Yeet! However, if you do like the models, well, the Necrons could be for you. Okay, so reason number 6. Necrons have a good mix of units. We've got some long-range shooting units, we've got some mid-range shooting units, and obviously that is our most powerful section. But also we've got some close combat units like Wraiths and Lich Guard. We've got a nice mixture there. We've also got some foot slogging units and some fast moving units like Tomb Blades and Destroyers. It's a nice mixture. We've got tanks as well, so you can pretty much field any type of unit and make an army based around those type of units. That means that they have the durability of a long-lasting army that you don't necessarily get bored of. If after a couple of years of playing a gun-line shooting army you think, right, I want to play a close combat army, well, now you've got Wraiths, Flayed Ones, Lich Guard, Scarabs, you can make a close combat army. They may not be the best at close combat, but they have the advantage that you can switch up how you play the army. That means they've got longevity as an army within Warhammer 40k. Okay, so reason number 7. Necrons are deceptively fast and durable. Even though we are supposed to be robots just walking across the table, we actually have quite a number of good fast units. Tomb Blades, Destroyers, Wraiths, Scarabs. We actually have quite a lot of speed. Plus, if you take it in the right dynasty, you can get even faster. Now, also on top of that, we're very durable, of course, with the Reanimation Protocol rule, but they can be deceptively durable because until you actually start playing against Necrons and you start seeing those models keep coming up every single turn, well, that is deceptive. You can't always tell actually how durable Necrons are until you physically play against them. So yeah, fast and deceptively durable. Okay, so reason number 8. Necrons are not a top tier army. Now hold on here, what am I saying? So yeah, Necrons aren't the most competitive army in the world. However, I think that's a good reason to play Necrons because it means that you're playing Necrons like I am playing Necrons purely because I love the army. The army is super, super cool. Now, it doesn't mean that Necrons can't be competitive. The rules, of course, change. They're forever changing. Some editions, some codexes, certain armies are better than others. However, Necrons never seem to get too much love from Games Workshop, and I don't believe they ever will be the top tier army. Now, the disadvantage of playing a top tier army, which is why I love Necrons, is that if you're playing a top tier army, every man and his dog wants to play that army. And for me, if people are just playing Necrons because they're the best army on the table, it sort of takes away the passion of playing that particular army. Personally, I'd rather not play a top tier army for those particular reasons. Plus, it gives you a challenge on the table to make your army work, to pick the right units and tactics to win on the table. You will become a better player by not playing a top tier army. Okay, so reason number 9, and this is something which hasn't been brought up in the Facebook post that I did, and that's Necron Terrain, which is very cool and very easy to make. If you have a themed army, a Necron army, Space Marine army, whatever it is, there's nothing better than playing your army on your themed board. Like I said, Necrons can be quite an easy theme to build. Mainly it's buildings and sort of abstract shapes with Necron symbols on. You can make them out of foam board, cardboard, or any boxes that you can find around the house, and they look really, really cool. So Necron Terrain, and personally I think that should be in this list. Okay, here we go. So reason number 10, and I know you've been waiting for this one. The fluff, of course, the history, the story of Necrons, which has evolved over the years. We had the original fluff, and that's all gone now. We've got some new fluff. Now, personally, I like the original. However, I know a lot of people like the new stuff as well. Now, I'm not actually into the fluff too much, but I can tell from my Facebook post that a lot of people are. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you all of the comments that came up on that post, and at the same time I'm going to roll the Necron music.
The number is legion, death is your name, it's eternal doom, what you willing to flame, the power of stars, rain is divine, the flesh is weak, your world will be mine. Necrons, 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 Necrons. Without remorse, we'll send you to your grave. We will be back, we're coming wave after wave. Unstoppable force, with course you shall burn. Defeated the old ones, and now it's your turn. Necrons, 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 Necrons. Unity, obedience, the galaxy must reside to order, unity, obedience.